I'm a soldier, Augusta.
So that's even the more reason. That's even the more reason I'm going to lock you up. That's even the more reason. They're telling me you're a soldier.
You just come from, you don't take your drug. They call yourself governor. They misbehave up and down. Who the fucking hell are you?
Did I just hear your governor calling a soldier, a lance corporal, useless? He called the lance corporal useless. Lance corporal, that's now this notice the man broke his arm. They fired the man for hand like this. Now iron thing in hand. Now iron.
The life of Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwolu, is at risk as some personnel of the Nigerian army are ready to go all the way. Welcome back. I know social media is divided at this time, at this moment. A lot of people are illiterate. I'm not saying education-wise. They are illiterate about how things work, how things are supposed to work in a sane country. The video clip that you watched at the beginning is that of the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwolu, and the response from two young military personnel. Well, you're about to watch more, but I'm going to take you back a little to the history. Nigeria used to be ruled by military officers. And you know how it used to be in those years, for those who are old enough, for those who experienced it. But if you never experienced the military and their rule, you might not understand what it is. No sane country is ruled by the military, although we are not happy with the so-called democracy. But back then, you do not have a say. You do not have a voice. Let us watch these video clips and we will be talking more.
Soldier wey dey suffer day and night. How much they pay soldiers? I hear say they na shoot wey iron dey that last corporal hand. You just come from, you don't take your drug. They call yourself governor. They misbehave up and down. Who the fucking hell are you, governor? So who the fucking hell are you? Who are you? This say na me you go jam that day. I no go. You are calling me useless. I will useless you there. Almighty. Don't you kuwarka. Don't you kuwarka. Aye ya ma baje danu ni Governor Sanwolu. You are mad. Calling a soldier useless. Serving you, and if you want to do your dirty work, you call soldiers. You are mad. You are mad, and all of you wey dey comment rubbish, you are stupid. Go check Ojo Road good. Ojo Road good. Come see Ozula, everything costs.
You just hear your governor calling a soldier, a lance corporal, useless. He called the lance corporal useless. Lance corporal, that's now this notice the man broke his arm. They fired the man for hand like this. Now iron thing in hand. Now iron. The lance corporal, now for there you they call a soldier useless in front of who? In front of all those idiots, those bastards civilian. DSS, they push a soldier. In any situation you meet yourself as a soldier, but see, now 5 seconds I may give you for you to compose yourself. After that, you must know how to reply that. Even reply any attack, anything that comes your way. Because he's a governor, I know. Yes, everybody will be sure that boy governor can't arrest me. Me, I don't say I did perfect too. I don't know say I did perfect. I'm not perfect for this world. But in any situation like this, if beside your barrack, besides your barrack, nobody can arrest you for that side. Nobody, I say nobody can arrest you. Because see, but you have to tell the man, say, sir, you stand your ground, nobody will slap you for that. No DSS can slap you, no police can slap you, say you refuse to go. Okay, you want to arrest me for who? When MP day, Military police day. What is my offense? Okay, I pass one way. Beside my barrack, what if I just go outside? Maybe I want to go and buy something. Or I just carry bike, I want to go and buy something. Do I have to go and follow the long roadway down because I want to go and buy something? Who does that? In which army? So now the governor have the God to go and he's even calling the soldier useless. So, see, Lagos to the see peace. Let's talk true. Let's talk the truth. Lagos to the see peace. Let us assume that all this northeast side here, northeast where they here. Even the northeast demand day now. We will see that main soldier well. See now for there, the governor will just carry his convoy. You will say you even they pass one way far. You will now they say me then they arrest soldiers. Guy, pick this one, pick this one. Soldier, see, he also constitutes nuisance himself. The governor, he constitutes nuisance. See, you are pursuing civilians. What if they go and have any accident for there? You know, say the governor is now acting like it out himself. Governor, he was supposed to respect us. If the soldier refuses, say he's not going anywhere, they don't burn any civil, anybody where they slap him for there. If he refuses, the governor won't shift to soldier. If the governor carries his hand up like this, you know, say he don't buy job himself. They don't burn the governor where making carrying hands up. If any of my senior, if any NCO or any officer say, Alpha, you go to, even if now one day, second day, I go to, I will go. If MP arrest me, say, Alpha, go to, but governor no get the God to just say, Kai, you go to God. You won't go local.
Welcome back. Welcome back. In the same country, a military officer, either Army, Marine, let's use United States as an example. You cannot be disorderly. You cannot go against the law. Police officers arrest military men in the US. Yes, I'm not saying when you're dressed in your uniform. Police officer, I repeat, can arrest a military officer in the US if you are acting in a disorderly manner. If you want to muscle on civilians because you're a military officer, if you go against the law. You heard from the young military officer saying, I am a military guy, I'm a military personnel. And the governor said, that is the more reason why I should arrest you, because you should know better. But the mindset of a lot of military officers is that they can go against the law, that it can be lawless. You know, the reason why this is so is because of the foundation of the country itself. Like I said, we had military rule, and when the civilians came in, they also were criminal. It was always a back and forth. The military come in, they steal, they loot. The civilian comes in, they steal, they loot. Look at what happened in some African countries last year. Coup upon coup. Why? They believe that the civilian government is too corrupt, and they being an institution that follows the rule, military rule, you know. But when it comes into ruling a country, they don't just rule, they rule your money, they rule the resources of the country. They also loot, they steal. There is nothing that they don't do also. So it makes no difference if it's a military or civilian when it comes to looting. But you cannot compare military rule and civilian rule. Civilian rule is a form of democracy. Mark that word, a form of democracy. But military rule is a totalitarian. I mean, you do not have a voice. You don't have a say. Not at all. Not at all. A little bit of it was experienced during the regime. That's what I want to call it, of the former President Buhari, where the court will rule, and once the person is released, you will find the DSS at the door, dragging the same person that the court ruled to, that the court said, look, this man, you can bail this man and let him go. The DSS will hold on to that person. Look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu. The court has ruled. The DSS ignored the ruling. That is, this is what happens when we have a form of democracy, not the real or the true complete democracy. Now, let us proceed. That video, the young man was screaming, saying, I am a military officer. Then he ended up begging, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. He acted out of that blind pride and ego that most of these officers, military officers, portray. They believe that they are higher. They believe that they are up above the law. they can do and undo. A military officer believes that he can go or she can go against the law and nothing will happen. They believe so much in this. In fact, it has gotten to a point where the training of 8 months or 9 months, they believe so much that that is enough. Whilst people are also going through hardship on the streets, trying to better their life, a military officer believes that that training that he has gone through, the struggle, hardship of that training is enough to be higher than you on the street continuously going through. Now, I'm not saying that they do not go facing danger. You know, it's not an easy thing when you go to the war front and anything can happen to you at any time. You keep on and on. Yes, but that does not mean that you should go against the law. The governor have already put out warning. If you are to ride a motorbike, if you are to ride, maybe they need to come up with a different plate number that separates those who have personal motorbike. Because if that is what you use in commuting, I think they will have a different tag, not the regular transport tag for motorbike. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Now, I'm beginning to come into how things are supposed to work, how things are supposed to operate in a sane climate, where things follow the rule of law and things are done appropriately. If I own a power bike or a motorbike, and this is my means of commuting from one place to the other, if it's private, if it is not for business, if it's not a transport business, I should have a different tag or different plate number or something that shows that it's a personal bike for myself to go to work. That's it. If the soldier was dressed and was using this, he would say, sir, this is what I use in going to work. Maybe this will prompt the governor to rethink. This is now for Governor Sanwolu, because whilst we are talking about motorbike, the army, we don't want to deal with the sensationalization of it. Sorry. We don't want to just deal with that alone. We want to also deal with what is applicable, what should be done, what is applicable to such situation as this one. That's it. So, is he trying to, cut some job outside of his normal military work? Like, I'm going to commute, pick 1 or 2 people here and there. Or is it his own personal means of transportation? And he needed to go get something and he has been caught. These are what we need to look at also. Not just the arrest. Like, there are issues to be dealt with. If I have no money to buy a car and I cannot buy the tricycle, which also has its own limitation, it can't go from this to that place. If a motorbike is my only means of transportation, and that's what I can, purchase, that's what I can afford, then there should be a different tag. So when you are stopped, that tag is checked. And I know that there are people who want to take advantage of it. They will want to, quickly get that tag, the corrupt system, so they can still use that to commute and also use that to pick. And they say, no, that's my brother. We are going this and that. You know what I mean? But you will not be able to park somewhere like how it is done. So it's going to be difficult. You don't have a place where you park that bike and wait for your customers to come meet you there. That will be out of it. It will be in your house. You drive out. So let's see how you're going to do with it. It's very important, very much important that this is also looked into, aside the, the other military guy saying that Sanwolu is a crazy person, is a foolish man, is this, is that. And, apart from all of this being said, it's very important that we also look at the solutions to get this thing sorted. Like I said, it could be the only means of transportation for this fellow. And now that is arrested, let's see what he's going to say. But for a military officer or anyone at all saying, I'm a military man, I'm army, what nonsense is that? We need to, if we are talking about putting Nigeria right, putting the nation right, we need to get off from this attitude of, even Arise Television anchor, one of the anchor, he did the same. He was not even a military officer. He went against the law. You see this self-entitlement, this, I am above the law attitude. It's not only a military officer. You remember the Arise television guy that likes to berate, that likes to go deep, head to head with whoever, any guest that comes to Arise television. Rufai. You know what he did also? The same thing. He was riding where he's not supposed to drive on. He was driving on the bus lane, the BRT lane. He was doing this. He did it. And when he was stopped, the next thing he said, do you know who I am? I have the phone number of the governor. It's the same thing. I am a military man. I'm army. I'm a soldier. Do you know who I am? Who is he? Television presenter. What is special about you that you're on the TV talking, attacking people or harassing people or questioning people? What you did, he was also, questioned about it. I mean, by the ex-governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, who pointed this out. You know what? He responded in a way like it wasn't really, no, what happened is not the way you, to show you that he's not even sincere himself. It's easy to sit and throw stones at people when you yourself are guilty of the same. So what am I trying to say in a nutshell? Most Nigerians have this I am above the law character. Regardless, they have this character of I am above the law. They believe that they should be exempted. Whenever, it's like the law is created for the poor people, for the voiceless people. But once they have a bit of luminosity, either as a military officer, police, DSS, whatever, they are politicians. They feel that though we created the law, is for you to follow. It's quite unfortunate. So guys, what do you think about this one? And because right now the army are saying this and that they are going to deal with Governor C0LLEAGUE. So it's like the life of C0LLEAGUE is at risk.